Hi everyone, I'm Lottie and today I'm using Gaiam's Coreplus reformer. So basically if you don't have a reformer at home, this is perfect because it replicates a lot of the moves. So when you're ready, I want you to start standing and you're just going to loop your feet into the loops, as you can see. Relax through your shoulders here and I want you to bring the bands up to around your waist. Tuck your elbows in. From here, you're going to inhale and send it into a squat and then exhale, press. So sideways on, you're inhaling into a squat, exhale, squeeze, press. So with your squat, you're getting your weight into your heels, you're squeezing your glutes at the top of that squat and you're anchoring your shoulders. So we're working your arms as well because you're having to keep your arms lifted. As you can see, your hands are in your waist. If they were down here, it would have been arm workout. So keep them nice and tucked in. So you send it into our squat and then squeeze, lift back up. So again, this is really good to get into those glutes. It's working those shoulders, working our triceps and getting our heart rates nice and warm. Beautiful work here, everyone. So you take it down and then lift. Let's go 4 and squeeze. Give me 3, press forward, 2 more. On 1, I want you to hold it down in your squat, little pulses here. So we squat, get nice and low for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, I want you to stay nice and low. From here, you're gonna reach those arms forward, turn your palms to face me, bicep curl in, and then reach. So we bicep curl in, and then reach. With your bicep curls, your spine is nice and straight. So you're still in that squat position, spine is straight, you're just bicep curling in, and then reaching forward. Nice, everyone, keep it controlled. Exhale, curl, inhale, release. With your eye gaze, you wanna be looking at the floor, try not to look up. The minute you look up, you start to arch into your lower spine. So you wanna keep that slight tuck of the pelvis, keep your spine nice and neutral as we bicep curl in. We've got 5 more. And 4, really good work, everyone. 3 more. Give me 2. On 1, hold your bicep curl, let's pulse up and down with those legs again. Get nice and low into that squat. You should be able to wiggle your toes the whole time to get that weight into your heels. Pulsing up and down for 5 and 4. Keep that bicep curl for 3, 2, stay low in that squat. Let's pulse the bicep curls and up and up. Let's go 4, 3, 2, stand all the way up on 1. Give those legs a shake. From here, you're gonna bring those arms up, so elbows are wide, your thumbs around your hips. You're gonna send it in to that squat for me. From here, put most of your weight onto that right foot. Inhale in, your core lifts. Exhale, step your left foot out and gently tap in. So you press it out and then in. I want you to stay nice and low onto that right-hand side. Your elbows are still nice and wide. So we're still working our chest, our arms and our back, but I want you to feel your right glute firing up. So the one that isn't moving is where you're gonna be feeling this. So stay nice and low, keeping that weight into your heel. You press back and then in. If this gets too much, you can release your arms a little bit. It depends where you want. The lower your arms go, the less resistance. The higher your arms go, the more resistance you're putting on this Coreplus reformer. Try and stay nice and low into that right heel as you step and then in. Anchor those shoulders, don't let them creep up. Let's go 5 and 4. Give me 3, really good, everyone. 2, step it out on 1, you hold. I want you to send your hips back behind you, stand all the way up. Send your hips back behind you, stand all the way up. This right leg should be nice and warm. So you send it back behind you and press, squeeze, 4, and lift. Keep those elbows wide. 3, and lift. Give me 2. On 1, stay low. I want you to tap that left foot up and down. We tap and tap. We've got 8, 7, 6. Go low into that right-hand side for 4. Breathe 3, 2, and stand all the way up on 1. Feet hip distance apart again. Relax through your shoulders. Reach your palms down towards your thighs. Inhale in, core lifts. Exhale, bring those elbows wide, and then slowly release. So we press back and then release. So working into our shoulders, working into our upper back, keeping your core connection though. So as you do this and as you lift up, we're not swinging through our spine. So no swinging. Keep everything nice and controlled. So you're squeezing your glutes. You're digging those heels in towards the mat as we lift and lower. We've got another 4. Beautiful, everyone. And 3. Give me 2. Hold it up on 1. We're pulsing for 4. Pulse 3, 2, on 1. Release those arms. Give those shoulders a big shoulder roll. Send your weight back into that squat position again. This time weight is going to stay on that left heel. And when you're ready, you're bringing your palms back up to that waist position. And when you're ready, step that right foot out, tap in. So we extend and tap Working in that left leg this time. Try and get nice and low and try not to let your weight go too heavy onto the foot stepping. So we're not shifting our weight over and back. You're staying nice and low. It's a gentle tap and pull in. Keep those palms nice and close to your waist. If you need a little break, drop those arms down. Give yourself a little bit more slack. Otherwise, elbows are up. We tap and in. Try and get a little lower into that left heel. Really send your glutes back behind you so your spine is straight. So you're like this, you're not up. So really try and think about sending your weight into that left heel a little bit more. Try and send your butt backwards. We've got 4 and 3. Give me 2. Hold it out on 1. You're gonna send your glutes back behind you. Chest comes forward. Stand all the way up. So we send our glutes backward. Chest comes forward. Stand all the way up. Elbows stay nice and wide. Palms are staying in your waist. Your arms should feel a little bit like jelly by now. And want that left glute as well to join the jelliness of the arms. We've got 4 more. And press. Give me 3. Nice, everyone. 2 more. Stay low on 1 at that left-hand side. We're tapping that right foot, lower and lift. We tap and tap. Keep your elbows wide. We tap and tap. Give me 6. 5 more. Get lower into that left leg. 4. Breathe. 3, 2, and stand all the way up on 1. Give your legs, give your arms a shake. Keeping your feet where they are, you're going to come onto your right-hand side. Slide all the way down onto your side. Your right arm is long, and then bring your knees into a 90-degree position. So the quickest way to check your alignment is your shin bones are lined up with the side of your mat, and then pull your toes in. With the bands, your right arm is here, you're holding the bands with your left hand. If you need a little bit less tension, hold 1 loop. If you need more, hold both. So you can play around. From here, take an inhale and press that top hip away. So making sure we're lifting up from that waist. And then exhale, to lift that top leg up and then slowly lower down. So we exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. I'm gonna prop myself up so I can speak to you better. But with this move, I want you to keep your hips nice and stacked. And remember, 2 bands is harder. 1 band is slightly easier. It's still hard, but it's less hard than obviously the 2 bands. And use your breath. Use the exhale to step up and then inhale, lower down. So really starting to fire up this left glute. If you're not feeling your left glute, I want you to make sure you're lifting this bottom waist off the mat. So we're not letting this hip roll in. You're pressing that top hip away. You're keeping your pelvis nice and neutral. And then you should feel glutes. If you're not, grab a cushion, place it underneath your waist just to prop yourself up, and you'll instantly feel a lot more glute as you do this. We're here for another 4. Remember, you've got 1 or 2 bands. 1 is easier. You've got 3. Go for 2. On 1, we're adding on. So you lift up, you press that foot out on the diagonal, pull back in, lower down. So we lift, press that heel out, pull in, and then lower. I know this is a burner. So what this would be on the reformer is on the reformer, you'd have your foot in one of the straps and you'd be kicking out as you push the reformer away. So it is just replicating that reformer, but you can do it on the mat. Hips stay stacked. Make sure your top hip hasn't rolled into your waist. So constantly think about pressing this top hip away from you. Don't let it collapse in. Press it away. We're here for 4. Nice, everyone. And 3, stay with me. We've got 2. On 1, kick all the way out, come halfway in, kick all the way out, halfway in. We've got 8, I promise. Only here for a really short period of time. Let's go 6. Breathe, 5 and 4. Stay with me, 3. Go 2, hold it out on 1, you hold, lift and lower here for 8, 7, 6, 5 more, 4, the burn should be real, 3, 2, and last one, come all the way in, well done. Roll onto your backs to me. Oh, just cross that left heel over your right thigh, just give it a quick glute stretch. Well done, everyone, that is a burner. Way to make your clams a lot harder. Hold for 4, hold 3, 2, and 1. When you are ready, I want you to loop 1 around 1 foot and loop it around the other foot and then bring it in between your belly buttons. So it's in between your belly button. Imprint your spine to tilt pelvis to belly button so your lower back is now glued into the mat, and float your legs to tabletop. Grab hold of the excess loops. Relax your shoulders, big inhale in. Exhale, press your right foot away. Slowly pull back in. And then left foot comes away. And then slowly in. So using the Coreplus now to really fire up those lower abdominals. Keep those shoulders anchored as you do this. So you lower and lift. For those, stay with me. Let's go 3. Keep that rib cage closed. 2. On 1, bring both legs back to tabletop. You're gonna extend both legs to the ceiling. You're gonna pull your legs down to the floor and then squeeze, let them come back up to the ceiling. So you pull, heel leads as you drag those legs down to the floor, squeeze your butt cheeks, and then lift back up to the ceiling. Make sure that your lower back stays glued into the mat. Keep your shoulders relaxed as you do this. Really good work here, guys. Keep your hands glued to your belly, just to make sure that we are putting a little bit more tension onto the straps here. You're here for another 4. Feel those abs firing up. And 3, make sure that you're not gripping your shoulders too much. We've got 2. Nice, everyone. On 1, I want you to come halfway down for me. So come halfway down. You're just gonna start to scissor those legs for me. So making sure you're just taking one leg over and then take it under and start to travel it down towards your mat and then back up towards the ceiling. So little scissor kicks here. So take it down towards your mat and then take it back up to the ceiling. Keep pulling belly in. We're here for another 4 more. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. It's really tempting to hold your breath in abs. 3 more. Nice, everyone. Let's go for 2. Keep that chin tucked. And last 1, coming all the way up, knees to chest. Oh, give yourself a little cuddle. And when you're ready, we're gonna take it over to the other side for our clams. So, making sure you've got both, your top foot is in one of the loops, and then we're holding onto the 2 extra loops. So remember, holding on to 2 is going to be harder. Holding on to 1, still hard, but a little bit nicer than 2. Check your alignment, so just check your shin bones lined up with the side of the mat. Press that top hip away, and then either grab 1 or 2 straps. Pull both toes in towards your shin. I'm going to prop myself up so I can speak to you. Inhale in your core lifts. Exhale, let's lift that top leg up, and then slowly lower down. So we exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. So again, you're keeping both hips nice and stable. You're keeping that shoulder relaxed. So although we're holding onto the bands, you're not hunching up. So we're still working those arms. So you want to make sure you're working your arms, you're not your shoulder. So you've got a little bicep curl going on. But we use that right glute to lift up and then slowly lower down. With that hip, remember we're trying to keep both hips nice and level, so keep pressing it away. Make sure that we are lifting that bottom waist off the mat. And you're always checking that your legs are in this 90-degree angle. So arms are 90 degrees basically, knees are in 90 degrees, your hips are in 90 degrees, and we're squeezing into the back of this right glute. Nice, everyone. Remember, if you're not feeling it quite yet in that glute, you've got the option of just adding a cushion underneath your waist to lift yourself off the mat, just to really get that glute active. But we're here for 4. And 3, squeeze 2. On 1, let's add in that kick out. So you drive out on the diagonal, pull back in, and then lower down. So we lift, drive out, pull in, and lower. So this is when we start to feel the back of this right glute firing up. So drive out with your heel. Imagine it's really thick mud that you're pressing out. You pull in, you then lower it down. Keep your hips nice and stacked. So remember, we're not letting that top hip roll in towards our rib cage. You're here for another 5. Breathe. And 4, try and keep those shoulders open. We've got another 3. Really good work, everyone. Go for 2. On 1, you press all the way out. Come halfway in, all the way out, halfway in. We press. We've got 5 and 4. Go 3. You've got this 2. Hold it out on 1. Little lifts and lowers for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come all the way down on 1. Give that glute a little bit of a smack, and then you're going to roll onto your backs. Looping at that right heel over your left thigh. Oh, and just bring that left thigh in towards your chest to stretch out the right glute. Well done, everyone. That was a burner. Hold for 4. Hold 3, 2, and release. When you're ready, roll yourself all the way up. Come into a cross-legged position for me. Just clasp the heels of your hands behind you. Open up your chest. Eye gaze to ceiling and just hold for 4. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Give me a big shoulder roll, and we are done for our Coreplus Reformer workout. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot of new moves, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.